President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet in Alaska today for a much-anticipated summit. Chief Pentagon correspondent Alexandra Ingersoll has more.
We're here with Claire Lopez. She's the founder and president of Lopez Liberty LLC. Claire, thank you so much for being here in the studio today.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be with you.
So our President Trump, he seems to be kind of managing expectations about this very anticipated summit in Alaska Friday. Going on in Anchorage, Alaska, his summit with President Putin of Russia, bilateral meeting. Trump is saying that inevitably Ukraine is going to have to surrender some land in this. There's going to have to be some land swaps to achieve a peace deal. How true is that statement?
I don't know. We've heard President Trump talking in advance of this meeting, of course, and some of the things he's been saying seem encouraging to me, that he wants to take the measure of where Putin's thinking is at this time, that within the first 2 minutes, President Trump is going to know if the talks towards achieving a ceasefire are likely. Those things are encouraging. But you know, President Putin of Russia seems to be sticking to his maximalist demands, that even before he would agree to a ceasefire, he is demanding that Ukraine surrender 4 of its oblasts, kind of like provinces, right? 4 oblasts, the 2 in Donbass, Luhansk and Donetsk, and then also Kherson and Zaporizhia, before even beginning to talk about a ceasefire. I don't think that is going to be a good starting point with President Trump. I think President Trump would like to see an agreement to have a ceasefire, and then in that period of a ceasefire, discuss everything else. But the last thing I'd say here is that I don't see any reason why a sovereign, independent nation should agree to relinquish any part of its sovereign territory internationally recognized, which these oblasts are, part of Ukraine, have been ever since Ukraine became independent from the Soviet Union when it broke up back in 1991. And if we are, as we are, the United States, part of what I would call the international sovereign nation-state system, the Westphalian state system, then we're invested in defending it, it seems to me, or ought to be. The Europeans certainly seems to be more so than we are in recognizing that. Of course, you know, they see themselves as next if Putin is not stopped at the border with Ukraine.
They definitely have that proximity there. You just mentioned, you know, President Trump says he's going to know within 2 minutes whether Putin is serious about reaching a deal. He's continuing to manage expectations, saying this is a feel-out meeting, you know, with Putin. Is peace possible by the end of this week?
No, absolutely not. We've already heard, as we know, from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and he said that he, according to the Ukrainian constitution, will not relinquish sovereign Ukrainian territory. This is their land. These are internationally recognized borders. There's no reason why the country invaded should be relinquishing anything. The focus should be on the aggression of the invader, and that is Russia, with apparently Putin's and his leadership's desires to reestablish, if not the Soviet Union, maybe the Russian Empire itself.
And you say that, you know, maybe a peace won't happen at the end of this week. But Trump also says that a trilateral meeting could happen as soon as the end of next week with Ukrainian President Zelensky. How possible do you think that will be? I
think that could happen, although I still am hesitant to say so because President Putin of Russia has repeatedly, denied wanting to ever sit down with President Zelensky of Ukraine. I do know that President Trump has said that he will make phone calls immediately after this first meeting and that the first of those calls would be to President Zelensky, and then after that to the various European leadership figures. So we'll have to see.
Well, we certainly hope for peace in that region sooner than later. Claire Lopez, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.